Hey guys, welcome to another WoW video. Today's video is more for hunters, and it has to do with the simple Tome of Bone Binding. So I looted this while doing some callings this week. And so I was out doing one of the elite callings and it dropped for me. It's an item for hunters that allow you to tame undead beasts. And this actually was the perfect week for me to actually loot this because one, I don't really play my hunter too terribly much, so I was kind of surprised. And two, there is a special mob that we can tame that is available this week that some of you guys might not know can be tamed now. So I thought it would be a nice 2-in-1 video here. So first thing is, how do you get the bone binding item? So there's a few different ways you can get this. The way I got it was over here. You can see on my map, I'm showing you the House of the Chosen. There's a pretty popular world quest out there. It's like the only quest out there really that you ever get for world quests. And it's just a percentage where you're killing elites. Typically you group up for it. And that is how I got mine. But really, in simple terms, you can either get it out of Plaguefall Dungeon off of the bosses or any mob in Maldraxxus. So it can drop anywhere if you're doing Maldraxxus stuff. Another thing worth mentioning is that you can get it while you're leveling. So you don't absolutely need to be a max level character. You can get it as long as you're out there. We're gonna hearth out of here. I've got a mob in mind that we're gonna tame, and it's pretty late at night, especially server wise. This server is, I think, like 3 hours ahead of me or something. So yeah, and this is one I'd want to do at nighttime because it is a this guy we're gonna tame is a mount boss, and I don't like to be that jerk that goes and tames while you're trying to farm a mount. Honestly, this is the first special mob I've ever tamed. I usually just tame mobs like out in the leveling areas, and yeah. So this is the first one, but as a mount farmer, I have been screwed over a few times by hunters taming, and so I've gotten a little ticked. But after doing this video and taming this guy, and I didn't want to be that jerk, so I waited like 3 rounds. There were 3 times where there was massive groups killing the rare here, and I waited it out. And then after a while, I'm like, I guess I could have been a jerk because the spawn time's like a minute or 2. It's a really quick spawn time. But because I do so much mount farming and I've been that person that's gone screwed over by a hunter, I didn't want to do that to them. But with this particular one, I think you could and you'd be fine. If I've been on the other end of things, I have a more understanding. And with that said, I have an understanding for you guys hunters now, because this was just a 2-minute spawn one, and I waited like 3 kills to get it where it wouldn't interfere with other people. And yeah, and in other cases, like Undasta is one you can tame, and he's actually the only one that I've really, missed out on being able to kill because a hunter tames it. And that one sucks because you gotta wait like 10 minutes for his respawn. So newfound respect for you hunters. I'm now seeing that it can be a pain to tame if you have a heart. If you don't have a heart, then I'm sure you just go tame and go on with your life, right? So going on, this is Dunegorger. He's out in Voldun. For those that don't know, he is a mount boss. I do have a video on him. I'll post it at the end of this. And he is the one we are going to use our new Tame on because he's an undead. I do think it's a little unfortunate that they shrink. I think one of the coolest parts of being able to tame a mount boss would be to have their actual size, and so it's a little unfortunate that they shrink down. Also, one more thing I'd like to say, although, if you main hunter, you probably already know this, but, since I don't, just a quick little reminder that you do need to be in Beast Mastery to do this. My hunter here mains Marksman, and I was like trying to tame this guy in Marksman, and it wasn't working. And then it dawned on me that it's an exotic tame and to swap to Beast Mastery. So just a quick reminder to you guys that might be like me, that either don't play your hunter that much or you don't main Beast Mastery. So if you want this guy, you will need to be in Beast Mastery spec. So that concludes this video. Just a nice short one, just letting you guys know how you can get this item. And maybe some of you didn't know that you can actually go and tame the Dunegorger, which is why I posted it this week. I was actually going to just post this one next week, and then I'm like, I should post it this week, because then they'll see that I've tamed Dunegorger, and it still gives people time. Because, another thing that maybe some of you don't know is Dunegorger only shows up every 6 weeks. So if you want to tame him, go get this item now, and you got till reset, basically, to get that tame off on Dunegorger. So now that I've got Dunegorger, I don't know what to name him. So give me some ideas in the chat on what I should name our new raptor. Also, I will have a link to a page that shows all the undead, because some of you might not even want Dunegorger. I know for me, I've got 3 hunters, and never have I been interested in actually taming a mount boss. Like, Undasta's been a tame for a really long time, and I've never tamed Undasta. Never even attempted. Actually, I don't even bring my hunters out there to farm the mount, because I don't want anyone thinking I'm gonna tame it, right? So, yeah, I make it a habit to not have the hunters parked at mount bosses that can be tamed. But there is a list of other ones that you can tame, and that will be in the description below. Have a good one. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.